Is it working? Yep, it's working. Sure, I'm in focus. Just a quick check-in. It's been a while. I haven't really uploaded anything on this channel. I also don't know if mic is too close. Yeah, I wanted to give a quick life update, what I've been thinking about, what I've been going through. A lot has happened. Yeah, honestly, just for my own sake, just kind of keeping track. And I also do want to use this channel for something at some point. Haven't really decided. This month has been probably one of the craziest months of all time. Well, I guess where to start. Basically, I am no longer, well, basically I got dumped, right? So the relationship ended. We dated for 5 years. Not going to talk about it too much, but basically that happened the beginning of April. Today's the last month of April. And also I was diagnosed with ADHD. So that's been fun. So just a lot of change, and I moved out. I'm sure, I don't know if you people even watch enough to notice the background change, but yeah, I'm in a new place. It's actually quite nice. I like it. Maybe I'll do a quick tour at some point, but today's video, I just wanted to chat. And yeah, I think there's just been a lot of changes, and I feel like I'm finally in a okay place to even just chat. I hate changes. Not a big fan. The biggest thing I'm kind of learning and realizing from this, change in my life is that I've been so avoidant my whole life about what I want to do in life. And I think it's so easy to talk about like, oh, like, I know what I want. I want to do this. And maybe for some people, yes. But for me, I've never done that, I think. I've always wanted to live up to these expectations that society has built up or that I've built up in my head. And whatever the reason, right? Look at quick story is like I've never really had hobbies for the longest time. And, like I was asking a lot of my friends, it's like, hey, what do you do for your hobbies? Like, what do you do for fun? Like, when you're not working, what do you do? And it's like, I was so obsessed with the idea of like trying to find out what good hobbies might be. And I feel like I was approaching that even in the wrong way from the get-go. It's really about what do I want to do? Like when I'm not working on YouTube, like what comes to my mind? Like kind of like being bored enough where voices come to my head. That's like my internal voice, right? Like that's just me getting bored and just kind of thinking about these things. And I'm realizing like those are my interests. Like, in the back of my mind, I've always thought like, oh, I wanted to pick up Spanish again. Or like, oh, like I wanted to do like a half marathon. And it's like, I've had these voices in my head, but like I never really listened to them, if that makes sense. And I don't know if you do the same thing, but that's always been the case of like, oh, I'm like living for my image. I'm living for other people. And this is so vulnerable. I feel like, I don't know, maybe to a degree it's not, but like to me, it's like talking about it feels like a lot of oversharing. And it's also funny because I've always thought I'm like an open book. Like, I feel like I've always, took a pride in being like, oh, like I don't care what other people think about me. Like, I'm happy to share everything about my life and all this, but like the reality is that I'm the opposite. I feel like, yes, to a surface, like on the surface level, maybe, but deep down, I feel like I'm hiding so much stuff, And I'm not saying like I want to share everything, but I'm just saying like just these things that I care about, like I should be able to talk about them without feeling judged or whatever. And I just always felt like like cared too much about that. Yeah, this is like a new journey. I'm, talking to my therapist about it. Also, getting diagnosed with ADHD, like that's another thing that was kind of huge. Kind of realizing why I do things the way I do, why I think the way I do. That's been really helpful. And I think in the beginning, I didn't even like accept that I have ADHD. Even after I got diagnosed, it's like, nah, like, it's probably just like the mildest thing that everyone has, But it's like, the more I talk about it, the more, I'm taking meds to see, if that helps. And it's been really helpful. And yeah, so just a lot of changes. And I think summing it all up is like, I'm really going to focus on what I want to do and really listen to myself. And I think slowly, if I can build that muscle to be like, oh, this is what I'm thinking. Oh, maybe this is what I want to do. Oh, like I'm going to do it. I think like those steps, if I can kind of like not streamline it, maybe that's not the best word, but like if I keep building that muscle, it's just going to become like like a habit that I can just kind of do without thinking. And I think that'll eventually build trust within myself to be like, oh, like I can do this because I want to. Like no one cares, right? Like, and I think that's going to be the biggest hurdle. Like, it sounds so easy on paper, but when I'm trying to do it, it's just not that easy. Like, it's not something I can just do on a whim, or like wake up and be like, I'm going to tell myself to do this, I'm going to do it. You know, it's like, it's going to take years of, not years maybe, but like, it's going to take a while of like shedding all these bad habits I built for myself, all these bad thought processes, bad things that I do to avoid all these things, and kind of building new habits, building new perspectives, building new like habits to really kind of be the best version. Not even the best version. That's not what I'm trying to do. Be myself. Like, really do things I want to do. Like, who cares, right? And I think that's the biggest lesson I'm learning is like, things usually work out. Like, the world's not going to end because I don't post a video on this certain day. Like, it's just like I focus on such small things, and like I lose the sight of what I actually care about, what I want to do, and have that kind of like a backbone, right? So maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. I don't know, but you know, that's just something that's been on my mind. That's something I've been working on. So yeah. Anyway, next video on this channel, I don't know. I'm really thinking about it. If you care, if you're watching, let me know in the comments. I don't know, but yeah. Subscribe to my tech channel. You know, that's where I've been working on all these YouTube videos. But anyway, that's it. Talk to you guys later.